All right, guys. Hey, this is James Introcaso from the Round Table. I am joined with Chris Dudley, Topher Cohen, Joe Listowski, and Mike Shea. I'm going to turn it over to the ultimate DM, Mike Shea.
All right. So I'm going to start as the ultimate DM with a whole bunch of disclaimers. This isn't really a D&D adventure. This is more of a 20th level 5th edition stress test. So there is a little adventure component to it, but much of it is focused almost exclusively on combat. No exploration, very little role playing, and all of it is our attempt to kind of see what does high level 5th edition play look like, particularly in combat. So let's get started. You find yourself standing in a huge chamber. All around you, orbs sit on pedestals. A line of pulsing red light leads across the floor from each orb to a massive portal in the center of the room. As you step closer to one of the orbs, you see castles floating on rock above rolling hills. In another, you see cities of glass and steel and tiny horseless carts racing back and forth on grids of stone. In others, you see a city of towers on cliffside shores and dark castles within a continuous stormy night. So many orbs, so many worlds. Most go insane looking too long into these orbs, says a voice from behind you. You turn to see a man walking towards you, blue robe, a runed staff in his hand, and a bald pate. The fact that you are not already insane speaks to your great power. I am Mordenkainen, and you stand at the Nexus. We stand in a place outside of the multiverse, a place where all worlds meet and where all worlds fuel the center of the multiverse itself. But the Nexus is in danger. A powerful entity has reached into our world here and plucked 4 seeds that fuel all of these worlds. It has hidden these seeds in 4 demi-planes outside of the bounds of the multiverse and protected them with 4 guardians of incredible power. I have brought you here to enter these demi-planes and face these guardians. With each guardian defeated, you restore one of the seeds. When all 4 seeds are returned, the worlds of the multiverse will be saved. Already, you can see them crumbling. Mordenkainen gestures to one orb containing a world of sand and ziggurats ruled over by wicked draconic sorcerer kings. Choose which of these 4 portals you wish to enter and which guardian you wish to face. If you fail, I will do my best to pull your souls back into the chamber. You only have 5 hours in this plane in order to defeat all 4, or all of the worlds will come crumbling to dust. By the way, I don't know who you are. The multiverse dropped you in my lap, but I can only hope you are powerful. Why not introduce your fine heroic selves and describe which of these worlds you have come from?
A warlock in black cloth and red armor steps forward. He has a shield emblazoned with a goat skull on it, proudly displaying the symbol of Orcus upon his shield.
Wow, hardcore.
Yeah. And he has eyes that are like black pits with no sort of iris or anything in them, just deep black, a mark of his pact with Orcus. And he nervously steps forward and says, back in the day, I was known as Crisdale the Unworthy. Now I'm just regular Crisdale, and I'm here hoping to, appease the Lord Orcus, who's given me these powers. And I hail from a universe where me and the Tarrasque, we pal around. And mostly I run away from him, and he eats stuff. So I'm hoping we can return there and take care of this problem.
We shall see. Who's next?
A blue-scaled dragon-born warrior steps forth with a great sword nearly as large as he. And he says, I am Arcovaxis, and unlike that warlock fellow there, I am here to defend the innocent and those who cannot defend themselves. Point me at the greatest evil, and I shall slay it.
Ha! You have come to the right place, my draconic friend.
So a tall, thin gentleman with bright blue eyes and light red hair, steps forward wearing black leather-studded armor, has a glistening rapier on his hip, and a shiny but well-used lute on his back. As he pulls it around, he says, "Hail, all you boys and girls. I'm here to weave the tunes that will make us all the better people.
Ah.
Because I am Jimmy of the Page, and I come from a land down under. I have come from misty mountains and hopped to Evermore. I have been in the caves and I've seen Rivendell. I have come for one thing and one thing only, to jam and to learn learn what rumors and gossip in this land. And if I help defeat some big bad Tarrasques along the way, right on, brother.
You all seem so fixated on this Tarrasque. I wonder whether or not it will be the most powerful beast you face or the least.
I can answer that question, says the fourth man, stepping forward. He's a human in green robes, with a symbol of some sort of archaic claw markings, not dissimilar from the second edition White Wolf werewolf claw markings on his forehead in some sort of insignia. He says, "The Tarrasque will not be the most difficult creature we face today. I will. I am called Malachi Moonriver, Archdruid of the land, and I'm here to put these other creatures to bed."
Let us determine your first fate. Oh, here we go. Step through the large portal and you will find yourself in one of the demi-planes.
I will draw my sword and step forth.
Very good. Does everyone else follow, or do you run?
I follow.
Very good.
Who's our tanky kind of guy?
You, Joe?
Chris and Joe, yeah.
I'm full of tank.
So one of you guys I can give bardic inspiration to?
Oh, I would be very inspired.
And before we go through the portal,
I fear any magical abilities you pre-do before you go through the portal will be stripped by the portal.
I'll do it once I'm on the other side of the portal.
What a crappy portal.
Man, portals today.
Blame the multiverse.
And,
You find yourself in a large rock chamber cut through with a thick river of thick... Oh boy, I said thick too many times. Need an editor. Thick green liquid. Examining it closely, you note its heavy acidic nature. Before you are able to set yourselves, the ground rumbles at your feet. Everyone make a DC 15 dexterity save.
I have advantage on that because of my ring of evasion.
Very good.
16.
Very good.
I rolled a 10, so I assume...
Very good. You are prone.
Ugh.
Now I'm going to roll randomly to determine who is underneath this thing. 3, that would be Topher's character. Jimmy of the Page. A monster of pure nightmare rises up.
Ah! Oh no!
Really? Right out of the gate? You're going right out of the gate on this?
Hey, you wanted the random roll, man. So go ahead and roll for initiative. Plus, wow, he has terrible initiative. Malachi Moonriver.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I would like to transform into a mammoth as a bonus action.
Here we go. Here's the BS right off the...
So, Mike...
Oh, by the way, a voice... I forgot to mention something critical. A voice, a high-pitched voice, echoed across the chamber around you. You cannot defeat the World Eater! The multiverse must end! You do not know from where that voice came. May I have perception checks, please?
Okay. 20 perception.
I rolled a 7.
Joe, you know that you sense the presence of other things. So over there somewhere, and over here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
All right,
well,
now you may do your turn.
All right, in that case, I'm going to become a giant crocodile then, which is also size huge. So once I've done that as a bonus action, I'm going to use my multi-attack to use a bite and a tail attack.
Okay.
You know what? First, I'm going to use the tail first, and then the bite. Because I can't actually use my tail if I've already bit someone, because they're grappled and you can't swing your tail around. Probably gonna miss.
That misses. The Tarrasque harumphs.
Uh-oh.
It's actually slightly confused.
Wait, he harumphs as a standard action, right?
Yes.
Turn.
Yeah, that uses his. All right, well then I'll still try to bite him at least.
There you go. That's a hit.
27. All right, so.
Wow, you need an
slash
18 to get a 27?
R.
You guys are screwed. Your attacks count as magical?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
All right, so the bite does 30 points of damage,
All right. So
and also grapples and restrains the Tarrasque. His speed is 0. He is. Everybody has advantage to attack him, and he has a disadvantage on dexterity saves until he spends an action. That's a full action to try and break the grapple.
It's the Tarrasque's turn.
Oh, great!
Very good.
I'm very excited about that.
Aren't we all? This is what we've been waiting for.
This is the reason we're actually here.
All right, so he starts off with a fright. He's not going to bother with your grapple. He doesn't care. You're all
Okay.
So he starts off with a frightful presence.
Oh no!
Everybody make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
This is
27.
Success. Fail. Joe and Jimmy, you are both afraid. Let's see, frightful presence. You're frightened for 1 minute. You repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns with disadvantage. If you've succeeded, you are immune to his frightful presence.
And is there any other? What's the downside of being afraid?
Being frightened? I'll read it for you here. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. A creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, so now he turns his attention to this crocodile that has bitten him on the ankle.
Yes.
He starts off with a horn attack. 30.
My AC is currently 14.
Yeah. So he can only miss on a 1. So you're hit for 35 damage.
Okay.
Then a pair of claw attacks. That's one claw. That's the other claw.
All right.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Okay, so that's 52 so far.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm still up.
Okay. He looks at you to see if you're still up.
Yes.
And then he decides to go ahead and hit you with his tail as well. That's his attack roll. And the tail is 4d6 plus 10. 29.
29. All right, so that's 81. All right. I still have 4 hit points left in this particular beast form.
Woo! Wow.
I just took 81 points of damage, boys and girls.
He is going to bite you.
Sure he is.
As a free action, can I start playing Stairway to Heaven for him?
Sure. That's the attack roll.
Why don't you do Crocodile Rock?
Oh, that's a critical, huh? So this is going to be, I don't know, we'll see. The bite is the worst one, too. This is really bad. So it's 8d12 plus 10. Wow, some crappy rolls.
All right. So after 4 points, I drop out of animal form. And then the rest of it, the other 40 goes to my normal hit points, which were 163. So I'm now down to 123 in my druid form hit points.
He currently has you grappled.
Yes, he does.
The escape is a DC 20.
Uh-huh.
Restrained and he can't bite another target. That is it for the Tarrasque. Jimmy of the Page, what would you like to do?
So Jimmy pulls that loot around, holds it kind of tight, and channels the great Jimmy of the Hendricks, and does something called Firestorm. It's a level 7 evocation for those who want to follow along on our hymnal. It's at the bottom of page 242. A storm made up of sheets of roaring flame appear in a location you choose within range. The area of the storm consists of up to 10 10-foot cubes, which can be arranged as you wish. Each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the other face, facing another cube. Each creature in the area makes a dexterity saving throw.
The Tarrasque laughs as flame rolls off his body.
Darn it.
He is immune to fire.
Is my PG-13 thing to say right then.
Huh.
He's immune to fire, huh?
He is immune to fire.
I have a whole lot of fire.
Damage
spells.
immunities, fire. However, the other fella. So this is from spells.
Yeah. So they just roll a dex save,
Okay, so he rolls a dex save.
and it's a 20. They have to beat.
Ooh, his dex save is terrible.
32. There we go.
There you go.
That's impressive, but
32. He
Still
is
well
resistant to spells, so he takes 16.
Okay.
Why? Why
And-
have you struck at me? Why
just
do
to
you
be
not
clear-
accept your fate?
The Tarrasque ignores it. Doesn't. It's not a miss, right? That doesn't count as a miss.
No, he is immune to fire.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know that there's a little guy over here. You saw the flame roll out. However, he appears to be completely invisible.
Okay, how does he appear to us then?
Well, it's because fire rolled around him, so you can see that there's a shape somewhere there in the fire.
Oh.
So you know he's there. He's not really hidden very well, but he is invisible, which
So,
I think means you have disadvantage to attack him, right?
Yes.
All right. So that was Jimmy of the Page.
That is it, because I can't move because I would have to move closer. Oh, do I have to
Alright.
make a saving throw?
Versus what? Oh, fear.
Fear, yeah.
Yes.
And what kind of save is that? Just a normal save?
That is a DC 20 Constitution save. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a DC 17 Wisdom save at disadvantage.
I got a 10.
Yes. Meanwhile, the Tarrasque attempts to swallow Malachi.
No!
Oh, right, with his legendary.
Legendary action costs.
Is Swallow one of his legendary actions?
Yes, it is. Chomp. Tarrasque makes one
Frustrating.
bite attack or uses its swallow. It's very specific.
Curses.
All
All right, well, my AC now is 17.
right. So he still has to roll one, and he rolls a 21.
No.
He swallows you. If the attack hits, the target takes the bite's damage. Oh boy, 28 damage. I'm rolling my crap on
Wow.
attack rolls.
All right.
28 damage, and you are swallowed until the
That
grapple
just-
ends. While swallowed, the target takes the bite's damage. The target is swallowed, and the grapple ends. While swallowed, the creature is blinded and restrained, has total cover against attacks and other effects. That's the good news. And takes 56 acid damage at the start of each of the Tarrasque's turns.
Oh, God.
If the Tarrasque takes 60 damage or more on a single turn from a creature inside it, the Tarrasque must succeed on a DC 20 Constitution saving throw at the end of the turn, or regurgitate all swallowed creatures. So good luck with that.
All right.
Um,
Oh, my God.
no, Malachi.
we are now on to these guys. I think they're going to laugh and teleport away. We have confidence in the World Eater. It is now Chris Dale the Unworthy.
So he'll stand, and then once Chris Dale stands, he's gonna shake it off and get loose, and he extends his index finger, which has lightning balling around it, and touches the Tarrasque with a shocking grasp.
What level are you casting it at?
How very interesting. So it is not a ranged attack.
It is not. In
So
fact,
it doesn't reflect it back.
he does not, and I am going to actually hex him with my bonus action first, which means it sort of works like the 4th edition Warlock's Curse. It's a spell which will allow me to do an extra d6 damage if I hit.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit his AC?
No.
Yeah, so when it misses, I turn and point to Jimmy of the Page and say, he did it!
Roll a charisma check
Ooh, the best kind.
and beat a 4.
And beat a 4?
Yeah. He seems
I'm
completely convinced
I'm sorry, Topher.
that Jimmy the Page is responsible for this.
Wow.
Yep, 8.
All right.
Hey, don't mind
Anything
me,
else?
guys. Keep pointing fingers at each other. I'll just hang out here in the Tarrasque's stomach.
Is anything else from Chris Dale the Unworthy?
That's the end of my turn.
All right, I will make a goading attack. So I'm going to attack with my sword thing.
You know, says a voice echoing from the cavern somewhere, you could just immolate yourself in the river of acid and be done with it.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh, is it a river of acid?
Suggestion. No reason to be rude.
Is it a river of acid, in fact, and not lava?
I think it's going to be fire.
Okay.
That would
I
make
think
sense.
Since I
he is
rolled a
immune.
22, I think I will have to use that superiority die to use a precision attack.
Hmm.
Does a 22 hit?
No.
Then I will make a precision attack and add this to the die. Does a 27 hit?
Hits.
Huzzah!
Oh, I hope you do 600 damage.
Yeah, that's going to be not going to happen there. I do 24 slashing damage.
I'm not laughing at you. All right. 24 down.
That's my first attack.
622 to go.
For my second attack, I'll hit him again.
Are you one of these like 9 attacks?
4 attacks. Actually, it might be 5. I don't know. I think
Yeah, you're a level 20 fighter, man.
Yeah, I think I get 4 attacks.
Okay. Do you want to just roll each of the 4 attacks?
Sure. Does a 24 hit?
No. No.
Piss.
You can roll them all and then decide which ones you're going to add your dice to, right?
I guess. Let's see.
Yeah. So you have to do it before the DM says
Hit or miss.
hit or miss to use that D20 die, and I can. That's a bonus action, so I can give that out every round.
Oh, can I use that D6 on the 24?
Sure.
It's actually a D12.
It's a D12. I was wrong.
Okay. Does
Yes.
a 30
Hit.
hit? Then I do 24 damage.
I have wonderful news. He is now below 600 hit points.
Huzzah! Okay, I'll use my action surge. I take an additional action. Balls.
Fail.
I fail my action. I
Wait,
don't
but
like
when you
that.
take an action,
take
you
it,
can
you
take
get all
4
your
attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not a bonus action. It's a full extra set of actions.
Well,
Yeah.
heck. How about a 33?
Hit.
How do you like that?
I like it.
How about a 28?
I
You like
love
that one?
it. More.
Yeah.
How about a 15?
No.
Huh? What do you think of that?
All right, so 2 more hits. Let's
Two
get
more
some
hits. You can roll all the damage together if you
Okay,
want.
so 2 more hits, right?
That's correct.
So I have hit him, so I will use a menacing attack. So here's a menacing attack. 24 slashing damage first, and then add 9 to that, so 33, and
Okay.
he has to make a wisdom save at a DC 19, or he is afeared.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fear? He laughs
Gotta
at
be.
you. Ah! This is what the Tarrasque looks like when he's afraid. Ah!
Hmm.
He is literally condition immunity fear.
Are you serious?
Charmed, frightened, paralyzed, and poisoned.
So we can't fear him, and we can't catch him on fire.
No. And wait till you and he has legendary resistance and magic resistance.
Right. So if he had not had the fear resistance, he could have chosen to succeed anyway.
Yes. And he gets 3 of those.
Because I have the Sentinel feat, and I am within 5 feet of the Tarrasque, when he attacks someone who is not me, I should get an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
As written.
absolutely. Yeah. I give you that. Yes.
I did 28 damage.
Right.
Plus 4 for a superiority die. That's 3 I've used.
Right.
And I'm using the distracting strike.
Okay.
So
So he took an extra 32.
I add the D12 to the damage, which I have. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than me has advantage. If
Okay.
the attack is made before my next turn.
Very
Nice.
good.
And I am done.
Jimmy of the Page.
Yes,
You
sir.
take 26 slashing damage as you are clawed by the Tarrasque.
And I say to Jimmy the Page, shouldn't have done that, man. Shouldn't have tried to shock him like that. Crazy.
Malachi, it is your turn. Oh, do you take your
Okay.
opportunity attack?
I did, and I missed.
Okay, it is now your turn.
Okay, so we know that he's immune to fire. We know he's immune to fear. We
Fire,
don't know
poison,
if he's...
bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons. Charmed, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and he has magic resistance and legendary resistance.
We do not know if he is immune to a mammoth in his stomach.
That is correct.
I would like to test and see if he is immune to that.
All right, you grow into a mammoth, and suddenly all the rest of you see his belly descend outward. He kind of rears back on his large back legs, looks at his belly, and slaps it with his claws.
Yes.
That's the sound of him slapping his own belly. He then is going to make a Constitution saving throw. Again, we will use your. Do you have a spell? Like, what's your spell DC?
My spell DC is 19.
Okay, so he has to beat a 19. He fails it, but I think he's going to go ahead and use a legendary resistance to save. So he almost begins to vomit you outward, but then stops himself and calms himself a little bit.
Of course he does.
And keeps you down there. But as long as you are a mammoth inside of his stomach, he is going to have to make a saving throw or vomit you out or blow a legendary resistance. And now he has blown one of them, which is good for you guys.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
anything I can do to knock him down. So that was a bonus action to do
Yes.
that. I'm gonna go ahead and make a gore attack
Okay.
on the Tarrasque there.
Yeah, and you have to do 60 damage or more on a single turn.
Right, which I'm not gonna do, but I'm inside him. I might as well keep attacking.
Sure,
him,
yeah, it'll do damage.
All right, 17 is gonna miss.
Yes.
All right,
I don't know
so
how you decide, but I guess you do. You just it's hard. Yeah, you see a horn. The rest of you see kind of a horn scratch across the inside of his stomach. It's a little disconcerting. You're blinded, by the way, so you have disadvantage on that attack roll. I went ahead and rolled the dice. You take 16d6 acid damage, which
Nice.
comes out to 50.
50. All right, so out of my 126 mammoth HP, that drops me down to 76.
Wow. So he's going to do a pair of claw attacks on Archivaxis. Does he hit you?
Barely.
Wow. With a 4 and a 3.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 8d8 plus 20.
I'm going to parry that.
What does that do?
Nice.
That is, well, it doesn't actually get rid of it. Go ahead and roll the damage.
So that's the
when
total.
another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction and expend one superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll on the superiority die, plus your dex modifier. So go ahead and roll the damage. Is that 44 the damage?
And you're not going to reduce
I
it.
reduce it by 8.
Okay, never mind.
So I take 36.
He is going to horn. He's going to tail whip Crisdale. So that's his. Man, he's rolling like crap. That's his tail swipe.
That actually does hit because I am a warlock.
All right, Crisdale, you take 25 and make a DC 20 strength check.
Ooh, Chris Dale's best stat. Yeah, I failed.
Okay, you are prone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now he is doing a horn attack on Jimmy of the Page. Wow. Oh, there we go.
Dang.
Critical horn strike. 71 damage. And he's gonna try to swallow you too. You can sing a song in his belly. That is his bite attack. 43.
Now hold on.
You are grappled.
I'm down to 3 hit points.
Oh boy.
Okay.
He is done. It is Jimmy of the Page. You are currently grappled in his mouth.
All right, so I'll be doing
DC
some sort of
20 escape check.
Let me heal myself first as a bonus action.
All right. Yeah, if you want to escape, it takes your action to do so. Oh, but bonus action, you said.
Healing word as a level 8 spell.
Okay, and you can do that as a bonus action.
Correct. So for every level above, for second level, I get an additional 1d4 for each slot above.
Right.
So I get 29 hit points back.
Very good. Somewhere
Right, so-
off in the echoes, you hear entire cities beginning to crumble as the orbs start to crack. I'm sorry. It is a DC 20 escape check.
23.
You succeed in breaking it. You are free, and he looks sad. He is sad that you broke his bite. So he claws at you.
That's good.
22?
That misses.
Wow. That pisses him off. Now he's going to matter at you. Crisdale.
Okay, Chris Dale stands up again. That was not very nice, buddy. And then I am going to again try to touch him with my shocking grasp and miss.
And fail.
Yeah.
He's going to claw at Jimmy of the Page again. That's a little better. He does 26 more damage to you, Jimmy of the Page.
I'm down to 5 hit points.
Wow. He's sad.
6
He's
points.
like, oh, I'm so mad. And I've got one of those left. Mark of Axis.
All right, so I will open up with another bout of attacks,
Very good.
but this time I will do a goading attack. I have to wait to hit him first.
Okay.
So here's one attack. That's going to fail.
Yep.
Here's another attack. That's going to fail. Oy. Here's another attack. That's going to fail.
If you use a die to boost that one, or is that gone?
Yeah,
You're
I
real
can
close.
make a precision attack.
Yeah. No, there you go.
Alright,
That's a hit.
27. So that's 20 damage.
All right.
Wait.
20.
That is not the case. I have rolled a 1 on a damage die. And as a fighter, I get to re-roll 1s on damage dice.
Wow.
So 22 is actually what it will get
Okay.
through. For my last attack,
That's a hit. That's a big hit.
31.
Very
now
good.
I will use the goading attack. So that is 18 points of Tarrasque slashing damage.
Okay, I've subtracted the 18. Congratulations, he's below 500.
I think I will do a second wind because what's a few hit points going to hurt?
He's going to use his third and final legendary action to claw Jimmy of the Page once again. Does a 23 hit Jimmy of the Page?
That's exactly equal.
22.
Yeah, Jimmy of the Page is down.
Jimmy is down.
So we know that he can technically have a size huge creature in his belly.
I guess he'll make the saving throw at the beginning of his turn.
Okay. How about a size gargantuan? I can use the 9th level spell Shape Change to turn into any critter of my level or lower CR, which includes things like dragon turtles, which are size gargantuan.
The dragon turtle is size gargantuan. I think, certainly at that, because that's as big as he is.
Yes.
So as you are growing, he forcefully vomits you forth.
Hooray!
You are gargantuan.
So you can.
The unfortunate thing is that means you're probably in the fire.
Ooh, and I've got resistance to fire as a dragon turtle.
It's 17 fire damage.
So that's 9. So I then have to make a concentration check, which I should have advantage on because of my Warcaster feat. Let's see. So I save, and I've got advantage on this. All right, yeah, so I'm okay. So I'm still a giant dragon turtle.
So he hates dragon turtles more than he hates bards. So he, although the bard's already down, so he's okay. So he's going to start off with a tail for 28 damage.
Let me see. What's my AC on that? 20 is my AC now. Yeah, so
that's a 26. Right. Again, he has to roll a 1.
All right.
And you make a DC 20 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay, let's see. My strength right now is 25, so I'm
This
at
is like a Gamera movie all of a sudden.
You're right. It really is. All right. All right. I did get a 20 on my strength.
Right. So you're still up.
Save because
He's now going to do a pair of claw attacks. That's claw attack 1. That's claw attack 2.
Yeah. So damage wise, yeah, I'm still fine on damage. Dragon turtle is 341 hit points.
Holy cow! So it's just the concentration that's the real killer. So he's going to do a horn attack. So that's the horn. Man, his rolls are terrible.
No, they're not. That's a
All
lie.
right, that still hits me.
Okay, so 27 damage for the horns.
15. All right. So we got to make the bite as well.
Yes, the
All
bite
right,
is the 45 damage.
All right. So that's 152 that I've taken from him this round, and then I've got to make 2 more Constitution saves, adding 2 to each of these. The first one has to be a 13 or higher. The second one has to be a 22 or higher. And I do have advantage on these. 1, 2. Looks like I didn't make the con save on the.
Oh no!
Let's stick
On the
your
bite.
orc off to the side. He likes you much better as a little skinny guy. He smiles at himself as though he has killed the turtle. He doesn't quite understand that he didn't kill the giant turtle. Jimmy of the Page, death save. 1 failed death save.
Oh no, Jimmy.
Crisdale.
Crisdale looks over at Jimmy and can't help but feel a pang of guilt for what has befallen him.
Well, you follow Orcus, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true. But he really just wants me up so I could be more cannon fodder for the Tarrasque.
And feeling that he and his friends need a breather, and noticing that he's standing for the first time at the top of his turn, is going to once again attempt another shocking grasp. Oh, Jesus. All right. So I miss.
The Tarrasque drops a claw on Jimmy.
Oh,
You take
no.
another death save. Oh, if
Fine.
it's he has to still make an attack, right, with advantage?
Yeah.
So you're not dead. You just got
But
one
it
more.
is, yeah, it is one more, yeah.
But he looks like he's getting ready to drop a claw on you again.
Right on. Yay me.
Archavaxis, it is your
There
turn.
it is. I have one of those little dice left, so I'm going to save that. So I will just take my 4 attacks.
All right.
29. What do you think of
Hits.
that? That is 17 points of slashing damage.
Very good.
Second attack, 23.
Miss.
All right, third attack. And
Miss.
1. Fourth attack.
Miss.
You know what? I'm going to open up with the second. I'm going to take my second action surge.
All right.
There's a 25. How's that? Do?
That's exactly what you needed.
That is 24 points of damage.
All right.
Second,
Miss.
1. Third, 20.
Miss. And miss.
And last, 22.
You're gonna use it now. The 22. You're 3 away.
Yeah, I'm gonna last save or last die.
That hits.
And that is that is 1. There is a 1 on those dice, so 22 instead of 21.
All right. He's down to a lean 430.
Oh my god.
All right. And with
I'm out
that,
of extras.
all right. So he looks over at you and waits to see if you're done.
Yeah,
You're done.
I look in my bag, and I nod to him.
Right. He looks at you in the eye, almost calmly, as he places a claw over Jimmy the Page and crushes him to mush on the ground. Sorry, Jimmy.
I play James.
Yeah, that's what I would do too. That was Archivos. Malachi.
And the world's gonna end if we don't fight this guy?
Some unknown infinite number of worlds will end.
Collapse.
You could also Mordenkainen gave you a safety word. And you could simply let 1/4 of the infinite worlds get destroyed by leaving the Tarrasque.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Not ready.
Not ready to do that yet.
Not ready to do that yet.
All right. How about a sunbeam?
Ooh, okay, let's try that out.
It's a line that does radiant damage, and if he saves, he can take half the radiant damage. If he fails to save, he's blinded.
It's a line?
It is a 5x6. Oh shoot! Yeah, it is.
Anytime the Tarrasque is targeted by a magic missile, a line spell, or a spell that requires a ranged attack roll.
Oh, so it's not line spells that
Very good, but I want to see it happen anyway.
All right.
It simply hits him and dissipates into harmless energy.
So that's my sunbeam there, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn into an earth elemental.
All right. He thinks that warlock is looking rather tasty.
Hey, whoa, hey,
Um,
You swear you can see the bard's hands go up in the air with thumbs up.
Right. All right. So he is going to start off with a tail swipe on Crisdale. 24.
That is a hit.
Make a DC 20 strength check, and you take 17 damage.
All right, I'm prone.
Claw.
Hold on. One of those, I hit him with an opportunity attack because he's not attacking me.
Okay.
Doing 16 points of damage to him.
So James, that's 1 claw. That's the second claw.
Okay, so for a total of 45 plus the 17.
All right. So now he's going to bite and horn you. We'll start with the bite.
Okay, hit.
I really should have.
That's the damage, and this is the bite.
Yeah, that hits. I have
So
8 hit points left.
So he bites you for 40, and you are grappled with him.
Nice. Love being grappled by the Tarrasque.
And you get the feeling that after your turn, he's going to try to swallow you.
Yep.
Jimmy is dead. Crisdale, it is your turn.
So what's your feeling on casting Dimension Door while being grappled?
I think you escaped the grapple.
Yep. Well, then I'm casting Dimension Door.
All right.
And
that safety word also continues to echo in your mind.
It sure does. But this is, 1/4 of the multiverse. That could be my home, man.
That's true.
That could be my home. So I can go 500 feet.
All right.
And I am going to go all the way back here.
All right. That upsets him. Yeah, he's upset that you left him. So he's going to go 1, 2,
Do I get
3,
a swipe at him for walking away?
4. You get a swipe at him for walking away.
All right, here's my swipe. Never mind.
Archivexis, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to come down here and...
Hits!
All right, so here's that one.
24 damage?
So that is 24 points of slashing damage. Second attack, miss.
Miss.
Third attack, miss.
Miss.
Attack, worst fighter ever.
Yes. He's tough.
That's all I got.
He is taking another half-speed move action. 1. And now it is Malachi's turn.
How you doing there, Mr. Unworthy?
Pretty terribly.
Pretty terribly, huh?
You want to try one other battle?
Yeah. Yeah.
If so, you may want to speak the safe word.
Oh, well, then I'll just do that, yeah.
Okay. Speaking the safe word, a quarter of the known universes are destroyed. The Tarrasque burrows back down into his...
Well, I hope the Forgotten Realms was one of them.
And then he regenerates all his hit points. So you return Mordenkainen's size to himself. Jimmy the Page has been restored fully by Mordenkainen's powerful magic.
Nice.
And he says, all right. He says to pick one of 2 doors. Why doesn't Jimmy give me a random 1d2 check?
Can we, are we taking a short rest here?
Yes.
Short. Now, me coming back to life, is that just like a short rest, or do I get any of my spells back, or what?
It's the equivalent of a short rest.
Okay.
You're restored to full hit points. You
Yeah.
step through another door. Your feet slide underneath you as you find yourself standing in a nearly spherical chamber. Tubes and tunnels lead off in numerous directions and strange, mind-bending angles. A deep voice echoes from the tunnels around you. It brings us such power. You can never have it back. An orb swirling with tentacles descends from one of the upper tunnels.
Oh no.
Why doesn't everybody roll for initiative? It's like you're at the bottom of a bowl. The further up you get to the edge, the harder it becomes to even be able to hang on. Archivos, it is your turn first.
Oh, look, a monster.
So it is a DC 15 to get here. It is a DC 20 to get here.
A DC 15 what?
Athletics. And that's you kind of like hanging on to the side of this slick, the slick sides of this room.
Now, is it currently looking at us?
Yes.
Or the central eye? Because all of our magic items will stop being magic if that's the case.
So you see its central eye staring at you. You look down at your magic item, and it appears to be fine.
Okay, see a gross-looking beholder?
He is pretty gross looking.
It's a 14.
All right, you are stuck in that square. One square back, yeah.
Okay, I can zap him with my lightning. Oh, that sucks. 13 points of damage with a DC 17 dex save to avoid it.
He rolled a 2.
Huzzah!
Okay.
He takes the full 13.
Yeah.
It is Malachi's turn.
I turn into an air elemental as bonus action. That gets me a fly speed. So I'm going to enter his space and stop there. And then I'm going to try my whirlwind attack.
Okay.
Each creature in my space must make a strength saving throw. It's only DC 13, but maybe beholders have crappy strength. We'll see.
Fails.
All right. On a failure, the target takes 3d8 plus 2 bludgeoning damage and is flung up to 20 feet away from me in a random direction and knocked prone. He's probably immune to being prone.
So we'll go roll 1d8 and we'll go clockwise and go ahead and roll the damage as well.
So that's 7 is the direction and only 8 points of damage. But he was flung 20 feet in that direction, so if he hit objects along the way or to stop him if he couldn't move a full 20 feet, he takes a d6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Each okay, so it'll be 2d6.
A spectral eye appears on the wall. Crisdale.
No, not Crisdale. Friend of all beholders. Dead and
I don't remember that in your background. An enervation ray.
I was talking about it with the Tarrasque.
17 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, Constitution, eh? Boom.
You take 23 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I actually currently resist necrotic. So, 'cause
Nice.
that's part of my dark ones.
Even half that.
Nice.
11.
That's fine.
Jimmy of the Page.
All right, so I'm going to do my Bardic Inspiration as my bonus action for you, Chris. And then I'm going to, because why not, I'm going to cast Mordecai's Sword. All right, and my attack is, just for those who don't know, I create a sword-shaped plane of force that hovers within range. It lasts for the duration. This spell takes concentration. When the sword appears, I make a melee spell attack against a target of your choice within 5 feet. Also, until the spell ends, which is up to 1 minute, or when my concentration is broken, you can use a bonus action on each of my turns to move the sword up to 20 feet to a spot you can see and repeat this attack against the same target or a different one.
It is not a miss. It is a hit.
Right on.
It's not like the Tarrasque.
So my damage is 3d10, 15 points of damage.
All right. Crisdale.
All right, Crisdale is going to shoot 4 Eldritch Blasts at this
Oh
guy.
my God.
Yeah.
Marcus, no. All hit, and the last one crits.
The last one crits. Okay, great. So here is the damage for the first 3.
So that's 12, 15, 11?
Yep, 12, 15, 11. So for a crit, it's 16.
What's all that together?
So 53.
All right. With your 4th blast, the horrible orb explodes into a gooey mess all over Archovaxis,
Oh man.
covering him in gore.
Oh,
Sorry, bud.
You hear another hissing voice as another one comes out the other side, and a third.
Aha.
So the first one fires off a paralyzing ray at Jimmy of the Page. Make a DC 14 Constitution save, Jimmy. The other one is on Crisdale. Make a DC 14 Constitution save, please.
I saved Mike.
Very good. You are not. You feel yourself getting weak, but you fight it through as you avoid paralyzation. The same for you, James.
Yes. All right.
Archovaxis, it is your turn.
Okay. I go where I can do some good.
Yep.
So getting into the center of the room is easy. It's getting to the edge that's a pain in the ass.
Okay, there's 20, there's 30.
That's no problem. I'll tell you when to stop. So you have a DC 10, DC 15, and DC 20.
Is that the 10 right there?
That's the 10, and this is a dexterity check.
Dexterity. I thought it was athletics.
I lied. Because it's not really strength that gets you up the side of a bowl. And so you make the first one. Now the next one is a 15. All right, you slide back to your previous square.
As you slide back, can I yell something out of combat?
Sure. Yeah.
Crisdale yells, "Form up on me!" I've got a flight spell, and since I'm casting it at a higher level, I can cast it on all of us.
You know what? I've got a longbow. Can I swap out weapons on the run?
Yeah. Yep, no problem.
How's a 23 strike you?
That strikes him very well. I love saying yes.
Well, there's 8 of them.
All right, the arrow pierces into him, into his soft, fleshy side.
So how about 19?
Hits.
You like that one?
I like it.
All right, that'll be 14 points of damage. How about
All right.
26?
Hits.
26 for 11 points of damage. There it is.
Hits.
That's a 1 on the die, so that's 2 points of damage.
All right. A 50-foot cube all around you is filled with spectral eyes and tentacles.
Ugh.
The area is lightly obscured and difficult terrain. Swirling tentacles and eyes fill the room. It's horrible. Malachi.
All right, so my throw him around with the wind power does not recharge this round. So instead, I'm just going to come down and use 2 different slam attacks against this guy whose space I end up in. That's a 15 and a 13.
The 15 hits. The 13 does not.
13 points damage.
13 points.
So I'm going to take my bonus action, and I'm in the Beholder's space right now. But I'm going to use my bonus action to turn into a fire elemental. And
Can the fire elemental still fly?
Fire elementals cannot fly.
So you would drop to the ground and slide back to the center.
Yes, but the important thing is that I'm in that Beholder's space for a moment as the fire elemental, which lights him on fire. Creature takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire until someone takes an action to douse the fire. The creature takes 1d10 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Very good. So he automatically takes it?
Yes, yeah. So
All right, go ahead and roll the first D10.
4 points of fire damage.
As
To
you
wherever.
slide back into the center, give me 1 second. He takes an opportunity attack. The 13 hits you.
My AC is 13 right now. Yes.
He hits. Very good. You are struck for 12 damage.
He takes another D10, so he takes 3 more points of fire damage.
But he takes a bite out of you, and you see like his rotted lips around his teeth melting as he sits aflame and doesn't seem to pay much attention to it at all.
Oh, does it look like it's hurting him, or he just doesn't care about the fact that it's killing him?
It does look like it's hurting him.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to care.
All right, I'm okay with that.
Jimmy of the Page.
Now, my normal action is going to be I'm going to use my hand crossbow and shoot the one down bottom here.
Okay.
26.
Hits.
And my damage is a whopping 16.
All right. A deep, booming voice echoes out throughout the chamber. They were once my enemies. Now they are my playthings, as you too shall be. The true beholder arrives. As soon as he arrives, now you feel the power that you were expecting and somehow missing from these other two. Its central eye is alive with burning malevolent energy. All of you feel your life's energy sort of draining from your bodies as soon as it puts its
cool.
eye on you.
This is
Essentially,
the-
as long as you are within its eye beam, and it's pretty much this whole room right now, you cannot regain hit points.
That's bad news.
Yes, and now he will attack with 3 of his magical eye rays at random. He fires 3, 9, and 10. 3 is his fear ray. He's going to do that on Exaranius. DC 17 wisdom save. Axavaxis. Aracovaxis. Axavanius.
His name keeps changing.
His name is AFL.
AFL. 9 is his disintegration ray.
Alas, poor AFL. We knew
He is going to fire that on Crisdale.
Bring it on.
That is a DC 17 dexterity save.
Dexterity save. Not my best.
And on,
Fail.
boy, you take 10d8 damage.
Do I need a wisdom save?
You take 42 damage. What's
What
that?
kind of damage is it?
That is necrotic. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hang on. Disintegration ray. 10d8. Force damage.
Oh, the worst kind.
Hey, look at that. I saved.
On Malachi,
Bring it.
give me a DC 17 dexterity save. See what the dexterity of
Okay.
fire elementals are like.
It's actually pretty decent. All right, so I'm at +9 on that. I did fine on that dex save there.
Okay, so you take half damage. You take 11 points of necrotic damage. Would you guys like to stop here and maybe we'll get together another time?
Could do.
I would love that.
Okay,
Sounds good.
because we can save the campaign right where we are.
Yes, we can. And guys, for those of you who are still watching, thank you very much. And we will be doing a podcast breaking all of this down. I'm going to keep all of your questions to make sure that we get to them. So thank you very much. I think there's a lot here to discuss already.
Sure.
So, yeah, and if you missed part of this, it's going to be up on YouTube, and we're going to release the audio as podcasts and everything, and then we'll have a discussion after, and we're going to continue this at another point. So,
Hey, Mike, thanks for running, man.
Sure,
Yeah.
happy to.
Yeah, this is good.
for real, this is a lot of fun. So
I learned a lot.
Yeah. So we will see you guys all next time.